Japan's Justice Ministry spent part of this month promoting a Netflix dating show, and then stopped. The show is called Badly in Love. It came out in December and became a hit well outside Japan. Its cast are young men and women with delinquent pasts, some of them criminal, drawn from the subculture Japan calls yankii, former motorcycle gang members. In some cases, former yakuza. The format is a dating show. People live together, argue, pair off, and talk about who they used to be. Netflix reported it held a top 10 position for weeks in South Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. In Japan, it topped the weekly series chart for 4 consecutive weeks and reached 7th on the global non-English chart. Now the part that makes this a story rather than a review. Earlier this month, the Justice Ministry's Rehabilitation Bureau entered a promotional partnership with the program. They released a poster featuring the second season cast, several of them heavily tattooed. A Justice Ministry, promoting a reality dating show. That is unusual enough to need an explanation, and the ministry gave one. The Bureau's position is that a person can change. That is not a slogan. It is the operating premise of the entire rehabilitation system it runs. And the program dramatises exactly that premise. It shows people describing what they did and then shows them not doing it anymore. So from the Bureau's side, this was not a marketing stunt. It was a piece of popular culture arguing the thing the Bureau exists to argue, reaching an audience the Bureau cannot reach on its own. Then, an episode of the second season aired. In it, one cast member said that as a teenager, he had been arrested for setting someone on fire. He said he did it to prove he was not chickening out. That is the sentence the whole thing turned on. The ministry canceled the campaign on Friday, the 21st of August. Here is its statement, and the wording is careful. It was never the intention of this collaboration to endorse crime or delinquency, nor to glorify or trivialize these acts from someone's past. But we have received a lot of concerns and criticism that it can cause discomfort among people victimized by crimes. And then one more line, which almost every write-up of this story left out. The ministry said the cancellation is not meant to deny efforts to help rehabilitate people who committed crimes in the past. Read those two together, because they are doing different work. The first acknowledges the people who are upset. The second refuses to concede the underlying point. The ministry did not withdraw from rehabilitation. It withdrew a poster. The program side is on the record too. Its executive producer said the team held extensive internal discussions to make sure the show would not be seen as condoning the violence. And this, which is the case for the show in its own words, our hope was to show that these young people, who have often been marginalized or labeled as social outcasts, are simply youths who worry, struggle, and genuinely grow. You can find that convincing, or you can find it self-serving. It is worth noticing that it is the same argument the Rehabilitation Bureau made when it signed on. Enjoying this? A like genuinely helps, and subscribing with notifications on means you never miss the biggest stories in the industry. Now, let us get back to it. The show was not edited. It was not polled. Nothing has been reported about Netflix changing anything at all. The only thing that changed is that a government department took its name off it. Netizen on X said, the ministry looked at a show about people with criminal records and was surprised to find someone talking about a crime. A netizen on Facebook said, my brother was assaulted. I do not need his attacker to be charming on television, and I do not need the government helping. Netizen on Reddit said, rehabilitation is real, and the poster was still a bad idea. Both of these things fit in one head. A netizen on Instagram said, nobody has watched the show and everyone has an opinion on it. So what is the actual disagreement here? Because it is not the one the headlines describe. Nobody in this story is arguing that people cannot change. The ministry is not, the show is not, most of the criticism is not either. The disagreement is about whether showing who somebody used to be is necessary to show that they changed. The program's answer is yes. Change is not visible unless you know what it is a change from. That is why the confessions are in it. The objection is that a confession delivered on a dating show to an audience of millions stops being evidence of change and becomes entertainment made out of what happened to somebody else. And crucially, the person it happened to is not in the room. They did not choose to be part of a television format. Both of those can be true at once, which is why this did not resolve. It just ended. The not known column, and it is long. We do not know how large the backlash was. Online criticism and a lot of concerns is as specific as the reporting gets. No petition, no count, no named organization. We do not know whether any victims group made a formal complaint. The ministry said it heard concern about people victimized by crime. That is the ministry describing its own inbox. We do not know what happened to the cast member legally as a teenager. Juvenile records in Japan are protected. He described an arrest on a television program, and that is the entire public record. We do not know whether the ministry will do anything like this again, or whether the lesson it took was about the poster rather than about the idea. And we do not know what the people in the show think about any of it, because none of them have been quoted. What would change how this reads? If the ministry partners with something similar again, then it decided this was a bad execution rather than a bad idea. If it quietly stops doing outreach of this kind altogether, then the cancellation was bigger than a poster, and the statement was doing more work than it looked like. And if Netflix edits or pulls the episode later, that tells you the pressure was real and simply arrived somewhere other than the ministry. A government department found a piece of entertainment that argued its own case and joined in. Then the entertainment did the thing entertainment does, which is show the worst moment for effect. The poster came down. The show is still there. The question is still open. Thank you for watching.